Scholes and Nicky Butt struggled to raise a smile as the Manchester United legends met up this morning. The class of '92 icons enjoyed countless successes under Sir Alex Ferguson back during their playing days for the club.
However, currently the Red Devils are a million miles away from those glory days. Erik ten Hag's side narrowly avoided disaster by beating Coventry on penalties to secure a showdown with Man City in the FA Cup final last weekend.
The Dutchman won the Carabao Cup during his first term at the helm, but this season he has failed to build on that. They are 7th in the Premier League, 16 points off the top 4, and speculation continues to mount over whether part owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe will stick with Ten Hag this summer.
Read more on Man Utd Blimey. Man United legend names the only manager who could bring title to Old Trafford. Royal Oak win an Audemars Piguet Royal Oak or £30,000 cash from just 71p. With our code United have produced a series of underwhelming displays and embarrassments, including Champions League elimination at the group stage. The pressure is still mounting on the Dutchman ahead of tonight's Premier League clash at home to Sheffield United, despite setting up that date at Wembley next month.
And it looked like Scholes and Butt, who both lifted the FA Cup 3 times with United, had little to laugh about as they were spotted having a catch-up in Cheshire earlier. The 49-year-old Scholes, dressed in jeans and a dark top and coat, has made no secret about feeling that Ten Hag's time at the club will soon be over while working as a pundit.
Most read in football GIGGSYS treble. Ryan Giggs to become dad for third time aged 50 with model. 36 IT looks bad. 2 La Liga stars rushed to hospital after horror training ground accident. Swap shop transfer suggestions for GW33 target Aston Villa. Spurs and Chelsea doubles captain, leader, legroom. Terry blocked Chelsea flight from leaving in seat row with AVB Casino special. Best casino welcome offers, and there was little on display on Sunday to suggest that he might have changed his mind. Even though neither are officially still tied to United, they are both co-owners at League Two side Salford City along with fellow Red Devils icons Gary and Phil Neville, David Beckham and Ryan Giggs.
Arsenal fans say they live rent-free in Ten Hag's head after watching video of Man United boss FA Cup press conference. Butt is also the club's chief executive officer, but they have had little to celebrate at Moor Lane this term either. They have stuck down the lower reaches of the 4th tier for most of the campaign, but Carl Robinson's arrival as manager in January has resulted in him beating the drop back to non-league.
Meanwhile, Roy Keane, who lined up regularly alongside both Scholes and Butt in the 1990s and early 2000s, claimed United's players looked embarrassed after the win over Coventry. He said, "I think from the United players and the supporters they weren't really going over the top with the celebrations.
Because they know that they were quite lucky today. They had the game won at 3-0 and they are almost embarrassed to win in the end." Keane added, "Every time I see this United team I don't like what I see." Pundits' verdict on Ten Hag's future. Where do the pundits stand on Erik ten Hag's Manchester United future? Jamie Carragher, sacked. I don't see how Erik ten Hag stays.
It's just performance after performance. Gary Neville, stay if he wins the FA Cup to sack a manager who's won 2 trophies in his first 2 seasons at the club I think would be extreme. Louis Sahar, on the fence. I don't see it as clearly, but they need changes from the players, but they need changes from him as well.
Alan Shearer, sacked. I believe the future of the Man United manager is already determined. Even if they win the FA Cup, I think H is gone. They're hard to like and they just play in moments.
We keep talking about leadership and characters. I don't see any of that in this United group. The team management when you're 3-0 up. You don't give a championship team any sort of hope that they can get back in the game.
Redmore son Storiesscheat Roges Gale accused ex-Callum Jones of cheating on her with Love Island rival real-world BGT star Sydney Christmas returns to her day job after golden buzzer. But that's what they do, they give up chances, they give up goals. We've seen it all season, so I don't know why we're that surprised, but my goodness, they rode their luck in the end.
Victory has never been less glorious than this for Man United, says Dave Kidd by Dave Kidd. Probably only Erik ten Hag's Manchester United could book a place in an FA Cup final while hanging their heads in shame. Minutes after the final whistle of this ridiculous semi-final, Coventry's magnificent underdogs were performing a lap of honour to their cheering fans, while most of United's players and supporters had disappeared.
Then the Wembley PA system started blaring out, "Glory, glory Man United," and everybody started laughing out loud. Victory has never been less glorious. As a party starter, it fell flat. As a stab at dark humor, it was sensational.
Even by United standards of low farce, this was ridiculous. Now even the unlikely scenario of a final victory over City is unlikely to save Ten Hag's job. After all, Louis van Gaal was axed days after United last won this competition in 2016, and his side were never as bad as this current lot.
Read Dave Kidd's thoughts on the game in full here, or click here to check out all of Dave Kidd's articles.